Alrighty. Let's see here. Man, that auto light level is super trippy. Anyhow, I should be going live here. I do not want... Why is it going bright and dark so much here? Hold on a second, folks. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this auto brightness. It is just... Exposure lock on, exposure lock off. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, exposure is still doing weird stuff. Anyhow, you're just going to have to deal with it. I don't know why it does that. So, welcome to Sunday. It's a rainy Sunday here in Idaho, so I'm not out flying. And yeah, on Sundays I was basically watching a whole lot of live streams. Just watched Josh Bardwell's, always good Q&A. And Ciotti is doing his live stream right now. So if you really want some good Q&A action, might as well go over there to Ciotti's. It's a quality stream. But if I just sit there and watch streams all day, I don't get a dang thing done. So this is my plan to actually get some building done. If you've watched any of the other streams in the series, I'm working on the TBS Source One Dead Cat 7-inch build here with some Brother Hobby 2806.5 motors. Just looking to make a cinematic sort of long-range quad. Yep, it's going to be carrying this here GoPro 6 because I've been working on, is it going to focus? Well, whatever. I've been working on figuring out if real steady go is a thing, and I think it is a thing. I actually tried it out yesterday onto this little beast. I strapped that whole freaking GoPro right on here. It did kind of fly like crap. It was windy. It was probably blowing 20-mile-an-hour gusts, and this little sucker was struggling. On 6S it could lift it just fine, but it was less than ideal, I would say. But I was able to capture some video down at the park, ran it through real steady, and it did make it steady. So I ended up having to take the ND filter off because even with an ND8 it looked a little low. We did have some clouds, so maybe I don't know, maybe I don't have the ISO set right or locked to the right thing or whatever. But in any case, this showed me that I need something bigger than 4-inch to really carry a GoPro with any significant authority. And so that's where a 7-inch build comes in, because this thing is going to carry it like it's not carrying anything. This guy, you knew it. It flies great without the GoPro on there. This thing is fun. 6S on a 4-inch quad. Yeah, it's a real mover, but GoPro kind of stresses it a little bit. Anyway, I'll just set that over here. Yeah. So let's see here what I'm doing. If you watched any of the other ones, I was struggling pretty bad getting my race wires to solder worth a damn. I determined that maybe this 36 or 6337 solder isn't that great, so I ended up just burning a ton of my 6236-2 fine wire to get the motors all soldered on. It just works better, so I've got to find a place to get something equivalent to that, because I just don't know where you can find this stuff. Don't think they make it anymore. Radio Shack doesn't. Uh-oh. My video just freeze. What's going on here? Droid cam just crashed. Start. Oh. Okay. There we go. Droid cam's back. And I'm upside down. Oh, I'm sideways. Oh, there we go. Jeez, I don't know what that was all about. So, anyhow, here we are. And what I'm doing today is I'm going to, well, first of all, I want to get my motor leads and capacitor soldered on to the little F50 Pro. Not going to focus. Oh, there it is. Mamba. Pretty bad light, but God, I love that heat sink. Thing is sexy. So, got some motor leads I want to get in there. XT60 I want to, well, I'm going to wait on the XT60. I'm just going to attach the motor leads so that they're on the ESC before I start attaching all the motor wires onto it. Maybe I better, since you probably had enough of looking at my mug, let me scoot this camera over here. Whoa. And let's see if I can get an adequate angle. That's not quite loving it. Let's see. Yeah, geez. Oh, geez. Need a 2-camera setup, don't I? Okay. Oh, it's going crazy over here. No. Huh. Heh. Oh, what about over here? What about over here? I want to be able to actually get to the computer if I need to. Okay. Oh yeah. And the chat should be active, hopefully. Let's see if anybody... Hi. Yeah, nobody's watching, so that's alright. Okay. Now I gotta rotate, maybe. No rotation. Is it this rotate? Rotate, yes. Okay, let's see how I can get this at a decent angle. Rotate. That's actually not too bad. Yeah, let's tighten that down right there. Okay. Hey, autofocus does work. That's good. Nice. Alright, so here we are. Hi. Alright. I'm just going to pull this up. Yeah. I'll just kind of stick this over here. Stream health is good, I believe. Let's, Stream health green. Let's see if I can just, I want to minimize my YouTube thing and just put it over here. So now I can keep an eye on the chat, minimize this bad boy. Alright, so now I can kind of see if anybody happens to chat. I should maybe see it someday. Alright. Any case, back to getting things done. This is the Dorian, you got to get things done live stream. So first of all, I think I want to get the leads on before I actually. Oops, I'm going to take this hat off because I'm going to put on my super cool goggles here. Oh yeah, love these things. My dad got them for me. They are pretty good magnification. Nice clear instead of a Fresnel lens. It actually has cut glass, so it has some decent angles. So I'm just going to use my standoff screws to kind of hold this sucker in place. And I might as well turn the old Heiko on. Now I pre-tinned the holes a little bit, and I put some tin on the motor or the battery leads. So I'm hoping that that's adequate there. Get a little dab of the old solder paste or the flux paste. That stuff it's worth it. I don't know, this stuff here, Radio Shack, soldering flux paste is pretty cool. Because it seems like, you know, even with the rosin core, yeah, it's messy though. It gets freaking everywhere. Getting goop on my mat here. Clean that off. Even with the rosin core, you end up kind of burning that stuff off real fast, especially if you're heating something big or, you know, like a big chunky 12 gauge wire. So just adding a little bit of extra seems to go a long ways towards getting a good good joint, you know, getting things to actually seal where you want them to, nice and smooth, nice and flush. Alright, so let's get a little, I think I want a little more on the wire because this needs to be quite a bit of flux, or quite a bit of solder up on here. Just going to gob that up pretty good. There we go. Alright, so I'm thinking I want to go just straight up off of here. Let's see if it'll fit in the socket. Yeah. Now the key is to get a little bit of contact with the pad. Get my goggles on here. So you need to get a little bit of contact with the pad and the wire, kind of at the same time, ideally. And if you do that, it should just kind of go in there. Come on. Alright, got the wire. Now am I getting the pad? Not so sure. Whew. Let's take a look at the underside here. Yeah, I'm not quite loving it. Not quite loving it. You want your motor or your main battery leads to be on there pretty freaking good, because if that comes off, you're just having a bad day. Things don't stay in the air without battery power. That is for sure. Okay, come on, get on there. I'm not sure I'm quite getting enough heat to it, maybe? I mean, that's pretty on there. I didn't quite see it flow the way I really like to see it flow. Let's get a little extra goop on there. I like to see it really flow. Okay. Let's clean that. Clean that. Alright. Now you probably can't see a whole lot of what's going on. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have the dual camera set up to really be super pro about this, but okay. Did it flow to the pad? Alright. Well, I think it did flow to the pad decently there. Let's just take a look. Yeah. I mean, it's shiny. It's definitely on the pad, especially on the bottom side. Can't see the top too much because the silicone goes right down to it, but that looks... there we go. Yeah, it's pretty shiny. I'm happy with it. That'll do. Man, you could feel how much heat you transfer into a board. Those, even just on those heat sinks and the fets and everything, get warmed up. So let that sucker cool a little bit before going with the negative side. And I am going on the right side. We got markings on there, and that's good. Just take a look here. Yep, okay. That would be... Wait, which side is this? Motor 1. Yeah, 1. Okay, good. Yeah, that is frickin' on there. Love it. Alright. Now I'm not using the... They pre-tin the ends of these little frickin' leads, but I swear that's lead-free solder or something. It doesn't seem like the pre-tinned ever quite works the way you really want it to. So, yeah, about that. So I usually just cut it and put on some fresh solder. All right. Let's make sure we got. Yeah. All right. Now, let's see here. I think I better grab this wire because it's going to get hot. Grab it. Where's my dogs? Dogs! Hey! What? Yeah. I need to stabilize this board a little bit. Gosh. What are you guys barking at? What are you barking at? Alright. Yeah, I found that doing a little bit of prep work, thinking about what angle you want to go in, helps. Because once you get everything placed, you want to be able to just set it and leave it. Okay. Goop. All the flux. Yeah. Okay, so I've got to set that there. And then hopefully this sucker just slots right in there. Okay. Set down in there. Oh geez. Helping hands are garbage. These are not real helping hands, and they're not helping. Come on, you piece of crap. Yeah, when you're clamping your board, whatever you're doing, I usually, well, I try not to clamp on a pad, just because you don't want to rip your pad off. Oh, look at that. Quality. Quality. Should probably buy a real helping hand someday. Alright. Yeah, clamp onto a corner. Seems like that's usually a little safer. Shouldn't be any electrical contacts there that you really are concerned about. Most boards. Alright, let's get this dang thing in here. Come on. I'm going to try hitting the pad first. Man, I'm shaking a little bit. Need more beer. Okay. Pad first. Then the wire. No. Come on, get in there. Get in there. Oh, get in there. That should be pretty hot. Didn't sink all the way into the frickin' hole. Not loving it. Man, not getting enough frickin' heat transfer here. I got a dirty tip. Yeah. Okay. If you're not getting good heat transfer, try putting a little blob, fresh solder, right on the tip. Then you should get good heat transfer. Yeah. Okay. There we go. There we go. Get down in there. God damn. Okay. I mean, it's certainly grabbing on the sides, but just don't think it really. I mean, maybe I'm just being OCD here. Yeah, that's the other thing. If your solder sticks instead of slides in, then you know you didn't quite get to temp. Okay. you know? I'm pretty sure that flowed all the way down. Man, this ESC's hot. It's shiny. And looks like it's making pretty good contact on that pad. And I don't think that's going anywhere. Good. Oh, let's see. Where's the camera? There it is. Yeah. I think it should work. Yeah, wow. Those heat sinks, though. Hot. Cool down there, buddy. Cool down there, buddy. But, yep, we got 2 power leads on. Now, let's get a capacitor. Now, you want to be sure, I'm sure you probably, if you've done this very many times, I'm sure you figured out, if you don't put your capacitor on right, it will blow up. And you don't want it blowing up because then it's not going to work. So all capacitors have a stripe down one side that's a different color than the rest of the case. And that, on this, is clearly marked as negative. They also, I think well, I've already snipped the leads off, but one of the leads is a little longer than the other. Now, since I snipped them off, I can't remember which one. But just look on the case, make sure you got negative on one side, and then double check that that's going in there next to your negative and your black wire. Now, of course, I was smart and put solder in that hole. Why did I do that? Oh, man. So I can't just stick the leads right through there. Now, a lot of people do advise putting a little bit of wire on your capacitor. Whoops. Which I did do, like on this guy here. I don't know if you can see. No, you can't really see, but the capacitor's on the back there, right in the butt. There it is. And yeah, I had to put wire on the capacitor leads to be able to put it over into where the power comes in, man. Yeah. So that's definitely a good thing to do. It reduces how much vibrations and whatnot are going straight into your capacitor. Might keep it from breaking off, because these little leads on the capacitor itself are pretty flimsy. So if you put a little bit of just regular silicone wire on there, probably a decent gauge, not, I don't know, I mean, what gauge is that? I usually use 16 or whatever the heck I've got. Something a little heavier than your standard signal wire, I would say. Then, yeah, you get that isolation on there. Here I'm going to try just a through hole on here. That is, if I can get the solder out of this hole. If I'm not getting the solder out of the hole, then I guess we're just going to frickin' do that wire thing. Adds an extra step. Okay, snippers. Let's see if I can just suck that out. Yeah, on my positive side, I was smart and thought I would like tin it. And that was not smart, because now the hole is clogged. And I have sometimes had luck. Well, here's just a little solder braid. Let's see if I can wick it out. No. The other thing I've tried is to heat it up. This is something I learned from Blue Falcon FPV, rest in peace. So you heat it up, get that sucker hot. Dang. Nope. It's just getting more solder in there. Jeez. Come on, Dorian. Why do you make your own life difficult? Let's see if I can wick it out with a little bit of solder braid. If not, plan B is in effect. Come on. Oh, hey, I never got my music going. I'm wondering how come it sounds so quiet down here. Let's just do that for my own mental health. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Now, hopefully that isn't too loud for you. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty low. Probably lowered my voice, so I'm going to drop this down a little bit. Just drop the mic. Drop the mic. Plus, that brings my little light down here. Okay, back to it. Alright, so let's see what I can get here. What a pain in the butt. Come on, wick out of there. Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Bits and pieces and patches mixed together, kind of in a mixed, homogenized way.
So.
We may expect quite a lot of noise. Probably. They were going to play some Polish records.
Alright.
That shouldn't be too bad.
So what I'm going to try to do instead is not burn my hand. Clean that tip. Let's see if I can just feed it in there. Just see if I could feed it in there. Alright.
Let them play their jazz records and dance all night if they want to.
Come on. Nope. Not gonna go. Come on, get in there. Oh, you bastard. Oh, you bastard. Okay. So I got the dab on the back. Now, get in there. Ah, poked it through. Hell yeah. Good. That sucker is in. Now, just bend this here a little bit. Get that in there. Stick that in there. Alright. I'm using the big ass tip for this, so this is a little bit more heat than you really need for this little sucker, but it'll work. Yeah, I don't know if that wicked in. Did not see it wick. There we go. Yeah, I'm hoping that's enough leads. Hoping that's gonna be good. Okay, which side is the back? Oh yeah, this is the back. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to have a big-ass cap sticking back here, but I think I should still be able to get my transmitter or my receiver and my... actually, I think that's about all, because we're going to stack flight controller and video transmitter right in the center. And I'll still should be able to run my video lead out the back, so all I've got to put back here is probably the... yeah, just the transmitter, and I can probably put that down here on the bottom plate. Probably where I'd want it anyway. So yeah, it should be fine just hanging out back there. Let's finish getting that sucker on there, because I'm not convinced that that is really super on. Yeah, the minus is not... Oh, yeah, it's moving in there. It's moving. If it be moving, it's not really in there. All right, come on. Now, did that take it? I'm not sure that that's taken it. Ah, that looks like it took it. Yeah, you can tell when it actually makes that connection. You'll see if it's not connected, the solder will all be kind of balled up on the lead, and once the pad gets to the temperature, it'll flare out. I mean, you're not going to be able to see that for sure, but oh yeah, probably not going to see that a bit. Oh, focus. Anyway, it flares out and looks like it joins with the pad. That's on there. Perfect. Okay. So, now where we're at, got these motor leads. The rear two are already attached to the race wire. Take a quick beer break. Got my power leads on there. I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm just going to leave them like that because I think I'm probably going to need to do some kind of a, strain relief off to the standoff, and then, once it's made all those curves and bends and stuff, I don't know how I'm going to want to level the other end off. You see right there, they're not actually level anymore, so I'll wait to put the XT60 on once I get it strapped in there. Got the lead where I want it, and that should do it. Okay. So my next plan here is to attach all these motor wires. I'm gonna scoot this chair out of my way here. Okay. Still have another set of wires to attach up front here. Let's do that first. So I'm going all in order. Just a bunch of spaghetti back there. Yeah, and I'm not going to use those pre-tinned ends. I tried using the pre-tinned ends, and gosh, it was fighting me. It's not happy fun times. Actually, did I already? Yeah, these are probably pre-tinned. Ah, there's one that I snipped and it's all frayed. Okay. Alright, so let's prep wires. Snip those off so I don't try to use the factory pre-tinned. Looks good. Okay. Prep the wires, prep the wires. Snip off the pre-tinned. What are these, 18s? Okay. Make sure I'm getting about the same length. Yeah. Check them on the pad. Yeah. That'll be good. I mean, you want your little stripped bit to be roughly the size of your pad. Obby. Make your life a little better. Am I missing a wire? Missing one wire. Well, where the hell's my wire? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, there we go. Okay, we got them. We got it. We good. Okay. Prep the wires. Just get her done. Snip. Yeah, I'll use my fresh snipped end here. Yeah, one thing, when you're stripping, you want to take a look at what you snipped and see if there's any leads in it, any wire. I think that one's clean. Because if you're stripping, when you pull out a few strands with every one. Well, I mean, for the most part with heavier gauge wire, that's not going to matter, but that'll let you know if you're actually calibrated, if you're using the right notch on your strippers, because you don't want to be damaging the wire inside. You want to just cut through the insulation and not damage the wire itself, because that's the wire's the juice. You want that juice flowing. Okay. Snip. Snip. And you should be careful, like snipping wires and leaving tons of little wire fragments all over the place, because those can get up into sensitive spots and just cause bad things to happen. Oh man, I just knocked the last wire off. Great. Calibrate. Yeah. Where did that wire go? There it is. Anyway, yeah, I'd be curious to know what you guys think of the stream. Is this, I mean, for the most part, I'm just doing this for myself. This is just my own personal kind of archive of the progression of this here. But, yeah, if there's anything you'd like to hear my thoughts on, let me know. If you're curious about anything, just let me know. Alright. So those are all looking pretty good. Got 6 of them. Excellent. Can I chomp all 6 in here? Nope. Get a few. Okay. Now let's just tin these little suckers. Yeah, and you definitely pre-tinning is required. For like real small wire, you might be able to get away with not pre-tinning, just because the amount of solder you're putting on the pad might just soak right into the wire. But with a little bit heavier wire, you're going to want to have... I want my light. Can't see. There we go. Light. Light is good. Yeah, I don't know if you see what kind of light I'm using here. It's this little LED egg style thing. It runs off a USB and it's pretty nice. Gives me some nice light right where I like it. Clean that tip. Yeah, this big ass tip kind of gets this little almost like a trough on one side where I get a bunch of kind of gunky stuff looking on there. Alright, oh, give me more wire. Alright, here we go. Boom. There we go. Yeah, and one thing when I'm tinning wires, I like to, make sure you have some solder on your tip. Put it on one side, and then actually touch the solder you're feeding on the other side. And as soon as it starts moving, like flows in, you know you've got the wire hot all the way through. So that really just kind of takes the guesswork out. Then you know that it's actually going into the fibers and not just putting a blob on the outside of the wire. Because you want that tinning to basically fill that wire with your solder so it all becomes a single piece in the joint. One solid piece for maximum electrical conduction. There we go. Boom. Boom. Yep. All right. Now, so I've got 6 wires tinned. Set those over here. Now let's get the hands out of my way here. Okay. So, and now I've already got the pads on my race wires tinned. So let's go ahead and, where's my pinchers? There they are. Gotta love the hemostats. Okay, what angle am I gonna go for here? Let's see here. Yeah, figuring out a good way to have your wire okay. Hold on, need more beer. Yeah, this stuff is solder smoother. This is kind of like your hydraulic flux paste is what I'm going to call it. Helps with keeping that shit steady. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, gotta flux them. Gotta flux them. Ew. God. Need a better flux depositor here. Flux depositor. That sounds like something out of Back to the Future or something. If you calibrated your flux depositors. Okay. Gosh. Somebody might be a dork. Alright. So. Grab it right there at the end. Oh, come on. Don't rotate on me. Don't twist. Okay. Yeah, it might seem like a lot of messing around, just freaking get her done, but I like to have everything lined up really nice so that I know that I can apply the right amount of pressure before hitting it. See that? That's on there. That is on there. I mean, it might not be quite enough total solder because I could still see the windings on the wire a little bit, but I'm not gonna mess with it right now because I just need to stop being so OCD and just get her done. There's definitely a point where you can just over obsess. I mean, it's nice to have the solder completely fill the pad. That is nice to see, but I would not say that it is required. See, that filled the pad real nice. Like it. On we go. I think all my flux boiled off here. Yeah, there's still some flux down there. Oh yeah, the other thing, when you're using this much flux, you definitely want to make sure to clean your board a little bit, or clean your surfaces, because you don't want to leave a big gooey wad of unburnt flux hanging out there. That's not good. Boom. Love it. Speaking of, that's one thing I didn't do over here. Didn't clean my flux goo. Alright. Got some of that premium isopropyl, that 91. I don't think you can buy this stuff anymore. I think it's sold out frickin' everywhere because of dang Corona. No isopropyl around, so I'm gonna be conservative with it. But yeah, any surface has got that flux paste all over it. You want to get that stuff off of there. Get that stuff off of there. I think it does corrode or something. I think there's might be a little acidity to it or something. I don't know. There's some reason that you really don't want that shit living on your electronics. Good. Okay. Just leave that over here. Okay. Throw that back on there for now. Okay. I'm going to keep at that angle. That seemed like it was working pretty good. After I cleaned it, let me double check here. There's still goo on there. Yeah, that one on the end just, oh no, it's just sitting a little proud. Ah, I see why. I see why. So a little bit of the silicone sheathing actually is between the pad and the wire. Boom. All right. So yeah, my strip wasn't clean, so there was actually a little that was keeping it from sitting down. I knew something was wrong. That's the thing. Once you've done it a few times, you start kind of seeing that was weird. That just didn't look right. Okay. All right, back to it. Yeah, just was sitting proud, sitting high off that pad, and I just didn't. I figured it was probably fine, and it probably was fine. I doubt that would break off, but just wasn't sitting down on it. I want it to get down on it. Get down on it. And this is a lot harder with those other wires in place. All right. Clean, then inspect. All right. Oh, yeah. I'm loving it. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to be able to see that very good. Let's see. Am I pointing it at the right thing? There we go. I don't know. You probably can't really see it, but in any case, the solder curves down to the pad, covers the wires. I'm not seeing any. Don't think there's anything in between. Yeah, I'm not sure what happens if you do bridge any of those connections. I don't know if things catch on fire or if things just don't go. Oh, oops, I was looking at the wrong. These are my new joints right there. Oh, yeah. I actually like those better than the ones I was doing yesterday when I was not on the live stream. Beauty. Yep, nice little arches down to the pads. Great separation. I could see right down to the bottom of that groove in between. See that? I'm going to go higher magnification here. Oop. Let's get right in there. I'm not convinced that that's clean. Not convinced. No, this is probably a little bit just ridiculous, but come on, Dorian. Gold line. Gotta love the David Bowie. It's a real short wire, but that should do it. Okay, where's my grabber? Man, I can't actually solder with the super high power. I don't know what that takes it to, but it is intense. Can't see shit. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be a interesting question. What happens if you bridge your motor connections? Your motor wires, if they connect, because they all have continuity. I didn't realize that. On every motor, they actually do have continuity, and that's probably how it's supposed to be, since that's how it is. Yeah, that I liked. Yep. Let's clean it. Ugh, more goo. Too much goo. Oh, yeah. Looking pretty. Yeah, I think it was just an optical illusion. That is some nice shiny solder. But those suckers are on there. Boom. Alright. On I go. Let's get all the spaghetti out of the way. Okay. There we go. Goo, goo, goo. Yeah, seriously, folks, if you're not using flux paste, you're making your life harder. I realized that when I was first... hold on a second. I'm going to turn this music down. It's kind of... Guided by voices. Let's try another one. Yeah. Little Blackheart procession. Yeah, I realized how great flux paste was when I was doing the Maytech F722 mini. I don't know, it was a 20 by 20 board on this guy, on this little sucker here. Oop, yeah. Because it had these interesting pads that were actually like notches on the side of the board, and with those notches, well, basically I couldn't figure out how to get the wire to just set right into them flush, and until I tinned the notch a little bit, tinned the wire, and then just put a little slather of solder paste, and then a simple touch of the iron, and the wire just slips right into the slot, nice and smooth, shiny every time, no bullshit, just it makes you become a better solderer without really having to be a better solderer. So that's the moral of the story there. I think 90% of being a good solderer is knowing how to prep what you're doing, knowing what you want to see. 10% is like being able to hold your hand steady enough that it doesn't fuck up. But, okay. Oh, man. Oh, I got double vision. That is just too strong. Ew, my lenses are not very clean here. Okay. Oh, I can see clearly now. Yeah, 10% is having steady hands. You can kind of fake it. If you got everything prepped right, you got a good angle at it, you can fake having steady hands. Does help if you can hold it where you want it just long enough for it to set in. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't have quite enough solder on it, but because I can see the grain of the wire, just a touch. But I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to bridge nothing. Okay. Last of these right here. Oop. Okay. Let's clean it. Yeah, with that solder paste, it just basically kind of boils around your joint and does its magic, and stuff flows where it's supposed to. Because if you're fighting the solder, if you're trying to get it to go where you want it to go, then you're doing it wrong. When everything's working right and your temperature's good and you got enough flux, the solder goes where you want it to go. You don't have to do anything about it. You just get the heat there, hold it there, and the solder goes. If you're trying to push your solder around or trying to mash your wire into where it needs to go, then you're trying too hard. Boom. Love it. Okay. All right. So now, I think the next thing to do, we've got all those wires, and they're long as spaghetti right now, but I'm going to go ahead and just tin these here pads. Just tin the pads, tin the pads. Because that's easy. Tin. A little more. A little more. Come on, dude. There we go. That's the first one that actually tinned right. Okay. Oh man, that one really sank down. I mean, that's the way these little perforated pads work. It kind of sinks down in there, but I want a little bubble. All right, good enough. Flip it around. Come on, get on there. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of solder. Too much solder. I do need a little. If I could get the same material in a slightly heavier gauge for this sort of stuff, that would be nice, because I got to feed an inch or two into every single frickin' joint. See how much I'm feeding. That's still not a ton of solder. Okay. Let me look at this side again. Yeah, I need a touch more here. Now I'm kind of just blobbing a little on top there. Oop. If your wire sticks, if your solder sticks, you didn't actually get it there. That's how you know. Alright. Okay. Now, I'm going to let that guy cool for a second. I'm going to take a quick 1 minute break here. And I'll be right back, and we'll strip them wires and load them up on here. Yep, No live viewers, so yeah, I don't feel as bad. If I had some live viewers, I'd probably be concerned about ditching, but whatever. Turn this off for a sec. Yeah, someday I'll have a whole bunch of live viewers, and this will be freaking pretty exciting. I'm going to turn that light off because this little egg does get pretty warm on continued use. But I will be right back. Let's find a better song. Yeah. What do we have here? Cursive. 90s guitar rock. Yeah. Come on, guys.
So it's begun. This is year one, the birth of a child in the form of a man, wrapped in a towel, passed out on the floor. These drunken hours, graces deflowered, cast down by an angel. She used to kiss his weeping eyes, depressed in her bosom. Tears rolled off her nipple. Sweet baby, don't cry. Your tears are only alibis to prove you still feel. You only feel sorry for yourself. Well, get on that cross. That's all you're good for. And that's what it is. Depression seeps in. I'm alone in my side. Now we drink with our lovers, losing our live. His better half. The glass was half full. A head on half mast. He claims he's the victim, strangled by the 9 to 5. The pattern of stillness that haunted this still life. Your tears are only alibis to prove you still feel. You only feel sorry for yourself. But that's how you thrive. Your sorrows are gone. So write some steps on the
All right, I'm back.
screaming your agonies, playing the same.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. A little bit of Beastie. All right. So I'm back. Hope you all had a chance to go and grab a drink, hit the bathroom, take a smoke, whatever you need to do. All right. So what I'm looking at here is I got myself a drone. I've got all my motor wires in a big pile of spaghetti on top of my ESC here. Sweet. Now what I'm going to shoot for... Oops, I got to turn the Beastie down a little bit. And let's get Beastie. Yeah, it's all hip-hop. It's alright. Yeah, it's alright. So what I'm shooting for here is a wire placement that gives me maximum extra wire for mobility, because I want to be able to lift this thing if I decide to use some vibration isolating standoffs underneath or something. Oh, I do have the little gummies on there. So I've got a little plastic standoff sleeve thing and a couple little O-rings. So that's giving me some height and some goo. I got a little bit of squish there, so that's because a little less shock to the ESC doesn't hurt. You don't want to have things getting rattled too much when you have a high velocity landing. So what I'm looking for is the longest wire I can get while it still is pretty clean and pretty on there. I don't want a bunch of dangling wire. So I think to achieve that, I'm going to tape the wire kind of up front a little bit here, so that then we have a nice little S-bend, and the wire's coming in nice on the side there. Oh, you can't see a damn bit of that, but I wonder, I could try this. Nope, I don't have enough angle on this sucker. That's max angle, isn't it? Max angle. Oh, there's max angle. All right. Yeah. Pretty decent. Focus, yeah. All right. Yeah, so you see I want to get max length so that I can still lift the ESC a fair amount if I need to get under there or for whatever reason. Because once this sucker's soldered down, it's not coming out real easy. So let's go ahead and tape these bad boys down. Yeah, soldering iron's off. That's good. I'm not going to burn myself. Because I've got a little bit of snipping and stripping to do first. Snip, strip, tin. Then the soldering iron comes on. Okay. So let's just get a little section of electrical tape here. That's probably not long enough. Let's see. So I'm going to feed these right up to the front edge there. Yeah, not enough tape. Oh, stretch it. Okay. Bam. Okay, wires are attached. So what I want to do is grab all three here. And give them this little S-bend here. Let's get them going where I want them. Oh, that kinked a little bit. Don't want it. Yeah. Does that wire feel weird right there? Huh. Well, I guess if I find out I got a dead motor, then I know. Alright. Yeah, that's probably about right. Alright. So, I'm all line up, and commit. Okay. Commit to the snip. Commit to the snip. All right. So there we go. We got some snips. Now we need to do some strips. Snips and strips. Okay. about there. Let's just see, is that a little long? I could probably get this tape out of the way. It's just kind of for reference. Once I get them placed, oh, too long. Too long by an RCH. Let's just take a little off of that right about there. Okay. Get out of here. Now, let's take a look at that. Okay, I like that. Alright, so that's what I want to hit on all these. Hit just enough to get across the pad, most of the way across the pad. Yeah. Yep, you want it just long enough so that when the edge of the silicone is resting right against the side of the board, your conductor is, 80% of the way across that pad. Yeah, that's a little long, but I'm not going to mess with it. Alright. So snips and strips are done on that. I'll just go ahead and snip and strip the whole thing here. So maybe what I'll do, rather than taping it, is I'll just go with a feed here. Well, I don't know, just for consistency, I guess I could tape it. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to feed it up to the front of the frame here. Yeah. Oh, fat thumb in the way. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now, get a good little S-band. It's a little bit kinky, but that'll S-band. Alright, snip and commit. Okay. I mean, if you have to re-snip, then you can. But I'm hoping that by doing it this way, there'll be a little bit of extra, but not too much extra. Alright. Okay. Yeah, enough that you can still have it all kind of within the carbon area so that it's not sticking out of the drone, waiting to get frickin' smacked. But give you that extra bit of play in the movement of the ESC after it's assembled. That's my plan here. I'm sticking to it. What happened to my tunes? Lost my tunes. What's up, DJ? Let's see here. Ugh. Oh, it's just a really long song. A little bit of Mogwai. Okay. Alright, get all these scraps out of here. Yeah, add those to the pile of extra wire that I keep around. You never know when you might need a little bit extra wire. Oops, got a frayed one. Okay, over to this side. Let's see here. Line up the wire right up to the edge. Throw on the tape. Give it a little S-bend. It's going to hold all three. Hold all three and commit with the snip. 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 Okay. Snip, then strip, snip, and strip. Good. Hey, what you doing? What you doing, buddy? How you doing? Oh, buddy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do you want to be on TV? Do you want to be on TV, do you? Huh? Yeah? Oh, I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh, you can. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, this is where Daddy makes drones. I know you like drones. I know you want to go get one, but it's raining today. Or else we'd be out there. We'd be going getting a drone. Oh, yes. But I got to take advantage of these rainy days to get the less flying part of the whole thing done here. All right. Okay. Oh, geez. Come on. Twist. Good. All right. Final set of snips and strips. Get my wire. Right there. Yeah. 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 Okay. And then get a little S-bend. Out of the way here. Oops, let's keep them straight. Keep them straight here. Alright, line them up. Line them up. And snippity snip snip. 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 Alright. And some strips. Get that tape off in here. Alright. I think I snipped that one a little long. It just looks long to me. I'm going to trim that off, flatten that off. Okay. Alrighty. I think we are ready to fire up the old soldering iron. Yeah, let's make sure we got everybody twisted. Let's get twisted. Keep all those wires together. Alright, fired up. Yeah, I'm getting down there on the solder. Oh no. I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of the solder. It's going to be a sad day. Going to be a sad, sad day. Alright. Get her up to 7. All right. Oh, yeah. Got the good shakes going here. Okay. All right. Rotate. Check your twists. Yep. Okay. Ew. Starts looking funky on the end of that thing. What you chewing on there? There we go. All right. And move on around here. What are you? You got a chewy ball? You got something to chew on? Yeah, so even though I got no viewers right now, I do have an audience of 2 here in the room. Got my lovely pups. Where are you guys? Oh, there they are. Hey. Nova. Hi. Jericho. Hi. Yep. So that's our audience here. They're just wondering when we're gonna go flying next, because that's what they want to see. Yeah, let's see. Where's my spot? Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Hey. Get down. Get down, buddy. Oops, I shouldn't have said his name. Now he thinks something's happening. Yeah, there's not much happening today, guys. It's pretty miserable out there. But that's just spring. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, good. And the final 3 tins. Oh, these guys are all frayed. All right. Twist, twist, twist. Good. Okay. All right. A little bit of Archer's of loaf. All right. We be tinned. Okay. So let's see here. What's the way to grab this? And how are we gonna grab this? And which way do we want to go? Okay. All right. First of all, you know what we're doing next? Slathering that flux paste. Hey! Shush. Ew. The hair. But that smells nice getting soldered. Alright. Go. Okay. Got the goo. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm going to start from the far wire. The far wire. Usually it's easier to start away from you and move towards you, then you don't block your own work as much. Okay. Get a good grab. Make sure I can hold it there. Alright, here we go. Buddy. Oh, buddy. Daddy's soldering. Oh, gosh, dude. No. Hey. Yeah, so our dog's a German wire-haired pointer / black lab, and good God, he's pushy. Oh, this is just failing hard here. I'm not getting a good angle. All right. Not loving it yet. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Kind of angled away a little bit. Hey, no. Enough with the nosing, buddy. You're so nosy. But it is definitely on there. Am I going to be able to... Yeah, I could still angle that back where I want it to go. Whatever. It's on there. It's on there good. It ain't going nowhere. Okay. Yeah. Let's just set them all on there. Then give it a scrub and a inspect. Okay. Let me just see how this is looking. Too much alcohol. Only time you ever hear me say that. Too much alcohol. Okay. Yeah, they're a little angled in, but I'm thinking that's still, because I can still kind of tuck these back like that. Yeah, and that still gives me, how much lift do I got? Oh yeah, see, I can lift it all the way up there. That's good. That's what I like to see. See, I can actually lift the board up that far, but yet when it's down, I can still tuck these wires over and keep them out of the way. Loving it. Loving it. Did he send her over anyone else? These things happen to other people. They don't happen at all. In fact, when you're following an angel, really off a building. They might be giants. Classic nerdy music. See, I wonder if I just keep this angle. Just keep this angle. Why reinvent the wheel here? Stick those out of the way. All right. There we go. Okay. Anyone else? These things happen to other people. Happen at all, in fact. Following an angel. Throw your body off a building. Following an angel. Throw your body off a building. This thing. Oh, come on. Let's get that positioning a little better. Yeah. Okay. Scrub it. Scrub it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely not perfect, but I think that'll work just fine. They're definitely not coming off. And they're shiny. Not all super even, but being OCD. Alright, one side done. Boom. Yes, buddy. You're all wet. Were you out in the rain? Are you out in the rain there, buddy? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You like drones? You like drones? Do ya? Do ya? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay, buddy. You can get down. You get down. Okay, calm down. Calm down. Calm yourself. Yes. Oh. It's like, come on, Dad. This is stupid. You're just sitting there. We're not doing anything cool. Yeah, I agree, buddy. But trust me, when this is done, it's going to be real cool. You're going to like it. You're going to like it. Yeah, so I think since I'm doing it this way, I'm just going to start from the very top here and just work them down. Just do them all in one fell swoop. Okay. Make sure I got the outside wire. Yep. Alright. Get out of my way. Alright. Is that where I want it? Grab it. Grab it. Okay. Looking good. Alright. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That I really like. Yeah, when it happens, you know it. When it frickin' does just what you want it to do, it just feels good. You can just see it settle right in. Everything's one piece. Everybody's happy. Okay. Come on, settle down there. Oops. Yep. Okay. And last wire for motor 2. Hey, no. Not while I'm soldering. You're gonna mess something up, buddy. Not while Daddy's soldering. See, that just did not get enough solder on it at all. I don't know why that is. It must have soaked through the holes. Just throw a little fresh. Okay, one more time. One more time. Okay, get my blade faced the right way. All right. Okay. That was a little pointy, but overall it's nice and shiny, so I'm just gonna continue. Yeah, if you see little snow cones, little tips popping off of your joints, that means you ran out of flux mid-joint. Either that or it wasn't quite hot enough. So if you see it like pulling away a little freaking weird little thing, that's what's going on. Alright, get that one out of the way. Man, this edge of this table is tearing up my wrist here. I need to smooth that out somehow. Alright. Okay. Okay. The old scrub and inspect. So shiny. Yeah, that 2% silver in this solder just makes it frickin' sparkle when you got it right. Okay. What is that little bit of goob right there? Yeah, it's just the shiny all the way to the board. Yeah, I can see gaps. Just making sure I got gaps. Yeah. Those are all looking nice and flush, solid. And let's see about the max play here. Where do we get this sucker up to before we run out of wire? Yeah, I like that amount of clearance. That's adequate. This back one was a little shorter than the others, but that's okay. That's enough to mess with the stack if you have to. And I got gooey stuff all over the... Just gonna... all over the top of the heatsink. Scrub that board real good. Real good. There's a little drying rag. Clean that up. Polish up that beautiful heatsink that I love so much. Nice. Okay. Killing it. Alright. Killing it. Alright. Well, there's one stage done. So now we've got motors, ESC, motor wires, power lead. All of that is good. Yeah, those are long, but with the right tape and everything like that, they're going to be out of the way enough. Out of the way enough. So I'm happy with that. All right. What's our time here? About 3:30. That might be a stream. Not a ton done, but a significant milestone. Let's go ahead and shut off my solder station. Make sure that tip is clean. Yeah, it always has that little trough where it gets. Yeah, you definitely want to make sure that you always have some solder on the end of your tip before you put it away. That seems to keep the oxidation down, keeps them from burning. If it's shiny, then you should be in good shape and it won't oxidize. Because once you oxidize the heck out of your tip, it's not gonna, solder won't stick to it. You're gonna just hate your life in general. Things are gonna be ugly. So let's kind of, maybe before we call it, I want to try and kind of mock some stuff up here. So let's grab the flight controller here. Now, I've got to pop these screws out that are in there. So let's go ahead and just kind of as they advise, throw these two little O-rings down on there. On each one. Let's just see what this stack looks like. Oh, before I do that, I'm gonna fix that screw because I got one short screw here. Where's my longer screw? This is the longer one, I think, here. So let's see. And these are stupid screws. I don't know why. Okay, it's that one. I don't know why. Uh-oh. Camera froze. Camera froze. Sorry about that. Gotta kill the droid cam. Relaunch the droid cam. Start it. Flip it. Reverse it. There we go. Alright, now we're back live. I don't know why. I mean, I'm just using my phone here as my streaming cam, so that's kind of not really an ideal setup, but it is what it is. So now, of course, when I unscrew this, the frickin' standoff and O-ring are going to slide around. It's going to be hard to get them on there. That's part of why I like having a little bit of room in there, because there's nothing worse than really struggling to get your stuff lined up and popped in. Alright. Just going to hold that. Is this longer? Make sure I'm doing a longer one. No, that's the same length. What the hell? Where's the even longer? Even longer. It's not go to all this trouble and put the same length screw through. That'd be real dumb. Okay, there's the longer screw. Good. Alright. In you go. Through the hole. Let's hope that just slides right into the standoff. Yeah, alright. We in business. Yeah, I'm definitely going to replace these main screws at some point, because this is just kind of dumb. These Phillips screws. It's what you can get from Ace. So, that's what you got. With some stupid Phillips screws that don't sit flush on the bottom plate. I just kind of generally hate them. But I think they're long enough. We're going to find out right now if they're long enough. I mean, that's... yeah. We got some figuring to do here. All right, so let's get all these. Oops, where'd I put my other gummies? Oh, they're there. Okay, gummies. Gummy, gummy. Gummy, gummy. Gummy, gummy. They do give you some extra little rubber O-ring dudes. So that's good. I guess you can kind of adjust your overall stack height a little bit. Lots of gummy. So hopefully that's a good thing. Hopefully that makes life happy, reduces vibrations. Where did that Jericho jerk go? Just comes barging in and then takes off. Bugs me and then leaves. The old bug and bounce. Alright. So let's just see what this stack is going to look like. Okay, the front. Oops, still got one in there. Okay. Alright. Boom. Okay. That's good. That's kind of the minimum clearance there. I think that is maybe the main voltage sensing thing sits right on the heat sink underneath, but that's probably okay. Probably okay. I mean, it is going to transmit vibrations directly through. I'd prefer to have a little air gap there, but I don't know. But I got gummies on the ESC too. I don't know. I think it should be gummy enough. I'm not getting a whole lot of... Yeah, there's a little bit of flex there. Hopefully that's enough. Now, the final step of this stack is the VTX. Now, the question is, how much clearance do I need there? And can I get there with gummies? Where are my gummies? Gummies! I have more of those little suckers. Where'd I put them? Oh, way up here? Yeah. Let's see. How many more gummies do I got? Oh, there's plastic. Give us some plastic lock nuts. Are there? Yeah, alright. Well, let's just see. Let's just try the full-on gummy stack and see if that gets us where we want to be. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey, buddy. Oh, buddy. Yes. Yes. Oh. Okay. Hop down. Hop down, buddy. Yeah. Nova's telling you to get down. Okay. Let's see. Just keep sticking on those little O-rings and see where we're at. Alright. 1, 2. Let's see if we got enough to get the board on and some screws on. Then we got ourselves a stack. Les savez fave. I don't know. Do we have enough for 2 on each? Are we going to need 2 on each? Let's see. Alright. Well, let's just see here. In his hand, did they bloom in his hand? Man, I might actually want the battery leads over here, huh? So I don't run right into my... Yeah, and that's one thing Ciotti was talking about, is not wanting your video cable running right by your power, which we're definitely seeing right here, but yeah, that is what it is. Hey. Yeah, I think I'm gonna see if I can throw another gummy on there. I've got enough screw on the top. Hi. Yeah, I'm almost done, buddy. Oh, yes. Gosh, life is tough for the pups when Daddy's just sitting here frickin' fiddling around. Why don't I do something cool already? Alright, double gums. Do I got 4 in here? Come on. Oh, this is such a teeny little futzy little bag. Oh yeah. Come on, 2 more gums. There's 1. Come on. If I'm 1 short, that's just gonna bum me out. Come on, is there 1 more gummy in there? Oh no. Did I lose a gummy or did they give me an odd number? I probably lost a gummy. Dang, son. Dang, do I got any other little rubber O-rings hiding anywhere? I know I've used those little things before. Is that the same thing? Alright. Yeah, whatever. 1 black gummy. Just increase the diversity. Alright. Nobody'll know. Nobody but you if you watch this. Alright. So, there we go. Boom. Clearance for days to give good airflow. Oh, I'm loving it. Now, it's just for shits and gigs. Let's go ahead and throw some screws on the top. I'm just dumping these out of here. Okay. Oh, come on. You can do it, Dorian. You can do it. You can do it. Alright. Oh, wrong one. What am I looking for? 5.5? Yeah. 5.5? Yeah. On. Oh yeah, got a little compression there, that's good. Little compression. Little compression. Alright. Dang. Look at that, that's a stack. Dang. Dang. It almost looks like it's becoming a drone. Hells yeah. Yup. Yup. Love it. So, there we go. That's a big step. Got ourselves a freaking stack built. Let's save this one extra clear. Yeah, again, there's only 1 extra. That's weird. Give me 5. I mean, it could just give me 8 or 6 or anyway. Yes. So as you can see, we got the Rush tank, Mamba stack, Avenger motors. We got ourselves some components of a drone. This thing is going to be a beast. An absolute beast. So now I'm checking here. Let's see. This little card is pretty nice. They used to put a little piece. Mamba used to include a little PCB that had your map included on it. But this is actually probably more useful. Okay, so where's all these pads? Alright, so now where's the video wires? Video wires. Because right here I've got, and it's a lot of wires. What do we got going on here? Where's my rush tank? Rush tank? Instructions. Do we have a pinout for what's going on here? So, there's the buzzers. So what's coming out of the back here? Okay, the back next to that antenna. Got some RX, TX, ground. I'm not seeing a video wire out of the back there. So where are the videos at? Okay, camera. VTX, number 2. Image transmission below 800 milliwatts can be used directly, otherwise an additional BEC power supply is required. Below 800 milliwatts. Well, that's a good question. Alright, so where is 2? Where's 2 on this thing? Two. Okay. Aha. 2. Vid. TX3. Ground. 9 volt, 5 volt. Interesting. So is that 800 milliwatts limited to the... Is that limited to the 9 volt or the 8 or the 5 volt? It says both BECs support 2 amps. And that's going to be the main thing. So hopefully I can just run those straight in there. Yeah, so this will have to kind of, I could probably kind of feed that through underneath and have all those going right over to there underneath, I think. Yeah, because I like to keep those things covered. Okay. Image transmission. Alright, so vid, it's going to be the yellow wire. It's got to be the yellow wire. If it's not, I'm going to be pretty annoyed. Now, what's throwing me off here is the 2 reds here. 2 blacks, 2 reds. So why do you need that many plugs there, Mr. Rush Tank? What's going on? Where is... Let's see. I don't know what happened to... Where's the bag that I pulled that rush tank out? I just had to stick it in there. Let's go ahead and look it up. Look it up on the internets. Okay. Rush tank VTX wiring diagram. Okay. Now this is not the tank ultimate, I don't think, or is it? I don't know. Which tank is this? This is... Or maybe it is ultimate. Is this ultimate? How do you know if it's ultimate or not? Let's take a look. Let's just take a look here. Well, maybe it is ultimate. I don't know. On Pyro Drone. Let's pop these here. Nuts. Popping them nuts. Let's see here. I better grab this little thing. I don't want lose them. Let's take a look at the underside of this sucker. Because chances are they're labeled on the bottom. Which is fine. Should only have to see them once. Bam. This is Tank Ultimate. Tank Ultimate. Sweet. In fact, I believe they are labeled right here. So we've got DC, ground, SA, so that's your smart audio, is the blue wire, 5 volt, ground, vid. Now, what does that mean? Why do we have 5 volt and DC? Guess that's vid is yellow. I would think, so that means I can run it off of 5 volts, but I think I want to run it off of the 9 volts. That's probably a better option. That means you probably can remove 2 of those wires here. Let's see. Input voltage 7 to 25. Oh no, that's an output 5 volt line. So that means you could run 5 volts out of that thing. But I don't think that's how I want to do it. I think I want to run my cam off camera is number 1. Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, that's the question. Yeah, it's probably best to run them both off the same back because we've got up in front here, we've got... Dude, buddy. Hi. Oh my god. Yes. Oh, buddy. Like, stop live streaming. Oh, buddy. Cam. Uh-oh. That was a phone call. Oh, yeah. Alright, folks. Yeah, that just killed my live stream here. Killed the video. Got a phone call coming in. And I think I'm going to call it at that. So we will continue where we left off. Have a good night. Peace and love. Keep flying, stay flying. Hope you learned something. I've got to come up with my own catchphrase.